Ooh. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a blessed day. I know everyone out there is kind of feeling the change. Just like the change of these seasons. As much as there's fear, there's also excitement. Same feeling you get with the first snowfall of the year. Today we're here to talk about who are you and who do you want to be? Now this is a question most of us feel we already know the answer to, right? When we're young and we are looking for a sense of identity, we tend to gravitate towards groups. Whether you're an ROTC like I was as a kid, in high school, you played sports, you were part of different clubs. Maybe you worked, maybe you enjoyed a trade, maybe you had a skill. Maybe you didn't do any of those things. But whatever it is, you were looking for a place to call home, feel accepted, feel seen. Now as we grow and we live life, that tends to change as we learn more and expose more. But as we live life, and as we already discussed, it's the experiences we have and the inputs that are shared with us in our lives that really depict who we are, even mold our perceptions. So now we get to this point in life where maybe you're not happy with the norms, right? Society has kind of told us who we should be, what we should do, what success looks like. And as much as we do say it's flexible and moldable, it does boil down to a handful of things. Now mind you, I'm not saying any of these things are bad. We all want money, we all want a family, we all want some level of success in our lives when it comes to our careers or things we're passionate about. I think those things are necessary in life. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what you do, how you do it, where you do it, is absolutely up to you. See, as we get older, we're kind of pushed and molded into who we want to be. And it's probably something that changed from when you were younger. Because I remember vividly, as a young man, I was probably 8 years old. If that you could say that's a young man, right? I was a kid. And they asked us at school what we wanted to be. And I can go back to that now, and I really couldn't remember. I think I said I wanted to be a stockbroker or work in accounting or something. Something was math, because I said I was good with math. So everyone said you should do something in math. And I really didn't know if that's what I wanted to be. Because I look back, I'm like, what did I love? I love skateboarding, motorcycles, cars. That's the stuff I loved and what I wanted to do. I also wanted to help people. Being at the age I knew nothing of that. And as I get older and I got through high school, I started to realize who I wanted to be and where I was going were certain to be two different things. I picked the career simply because it was familiar. My mom was in banking, so therefore I went after banking. Business was always told to me to be lucrative. You can always make a career in business. And right at that age, financially struggling, believe me, all I was worried about was money. And even when I got to the point in my life where I was financially stable, I wasn't happy. Mainly because even though I had all the things that society told me would make me happy, it still felt empty, felt boring. I felt like I wasn't living in my calling. Definitely wasn't helping people. I was trying to find a means of connecting who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, how I wanted to feel doing it with where I was. And I was molding myself to my surroundings and not necessarily the other way around. So it wasn't until I really woke up and I made a decision like, I have to start doing what matters to me. What's my calling? That I got to the point to understand and start reflecting on myself, like, who is that? Who do I want to be? And still to this day, it's a question I ask myself daily. Because it just didn't boil down to my job, my career. It boiled down to my entire life. What type of man do I want to be? How do I want to contribute to society? How do I want to be perceived? How do I want to put myself out there? What kind of spouse do I want to be? what kind of father I want to be, what kind of brother, what type of son. All these things mattered to me because I was really trying to think and understand of who I was now and where did that align with who I want to be. So I embarked on a journey of just listening to my intuition, leaning a little bit more towards feeling and a little bit less towards the analytical side. Now, I'm a Virgo, so if you do follow all of the, the signs, I can only speak for me personally, say like analytics is what guides me, keeps me out of danger, keeps me out of fear. And for so long I did that, but I wasn't happy. So kind of look back at that 8-year-old kid and said, who I want to be, what do I want to learn, and where do I want this to take me in my life? And I just led with the basic instincts of what I felt. I wanted to help people. I knew what I loved and I knew the skills I had. And I said, all right, those are the 3 things. How can I have those 3 things interact? How can I take what I'm good at, what I love, and what I want to do and put that into space? And then I'd ask myself, were there more skills I needed? Did I have things I needed to learn? And I started to look at my life a little bit as a video game. I know people say, well, video games aren't real. They're not real, but a lot of the lessons and structures can relate to real life if we really think about it. See, we can learn everything we want. We can find ways to get the experiences, the exposure, to build our lives to where we want to be. I can tell you right now, the things I'm doing with my life and learning, I never thought I would be involved in, but I love doing them. I found them interesting. I find them enjoyable. Do I think they're going to be permanent? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to see. But I'm willing to learn and grow, enjoy the journey, and use it as a stepping stone to get to me where I want to be. That's pretty much why I have had so many careers. Because I feel like it's not easy to decide who you want to be with a limited amount of information. How do you know who you want to be and where do you want to go and what you want to do with your life if you don't know what's out there? Seriously. I follow what was around me because it was what I was exposed to. And even now, as I learn more, my desires to learn and grow are changing. See, I met a man who came to my house. He was delivering water from my pool, which is crazy enough to say because I didn't even know that pool water delivery was a thing. Oh man, seriously, move out of your neighborhood, the biggest crack in code to learning more about life. Go live someplace else. Go live around people you never met before, in an environment you've never been. You're gonna learn a lot. But when he came to deliver the water, I asked him about the industry and how he got started and how it works. And then I further learned that this isn't his only job. He has a job doing contracting work for developing land, excavation and stuff like that. And then on top of that, when I asked him about his passion, he said it was flying. He loved helicopters, and in 6 months, he built his own helicopter in his garage. It's a massive shed. It's not like a garage in your house. Think like a big industrial garage. It took 6 months, 16-hour days, doing it 5 days a week, almost 6, to get it done. He had to find a way to make his businesses work, so he had that time, all because he really wanted to engage in his passion. And upon learning to fly, he then went on to get his instructor's license to teach others. So that way he could have a source of income doing something he loved. He found a way to take what he was good at, flying, what he loved, flying, and how to make money by teaching, which in turn helps others. He still does every other business when it comes to seasonality. But the amazing thing is he found a way to put that triad together. And for me, I feel like that's the most important because as people, we can learn anything we want. We can do anything we want. We can find a path to take us where we want to be in life. As long as we have the belief in ourselves and the courage to get up and do so, the will to do so, to find a way we can. Just learning that and communicating with him and understanding his life of how far he could go was inspiring to me. I felt like that little kid again, realizing like there's more to life than just getting up and going to a 9 to 5. And I don't mean that as in don't have a job. I mean that as in find what you really want to do, invest the time in it, and go get it. Because those things we see on TV that we feel like they're so far, they're really not. You can go get a degree in something. You can go learn something. You can get an education. You can get experience. I love cars and I love motorcycles. So I know I need to, one, make enough money to buy the parts that I need to put them together. Two, I need to have enough time to learn, grow through the process. And three, maybe I can find someone, a mentor, to give me a little bit of exposure into that world and kind of help me grow in it. I find that those three avenues have allowed me to grow in almost any industry I've gone into. And that's why I say it's kind of like a video game. Because when you start a video game and it's a story mode, you usually have somebody walking you through the controls, how the world works, introducing you how things are going. If you've ever played Grand Theft Auto, you know it's like the first stage of the game. Call of Duty, same thing. So why are we not treating the world like that? Why are we not treating our lives that way? In a time in the world where everything is changing, industries are changing, new technology is coming apart, new jobs being created, no jobs getting rid of, it may be time for you to ask yourself, who am I? Who do I want to be? And which way do I want to go? Now you already know, self-reflection on your identity and who you are, discovering where your influences come from, and ask yourself if you like them are going to be a massively important part of it. But the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is sit down and really say, what is it in life? What thing is it that gives you that feeling of excitement? If you got up every day and did it, you'd be like, man, that was a blessed life. And then once you have that idea, write it down. Write it down and go online and research how to get there, what it takes. Look at the lifestyle of the people living it. Do some research into the companies that are involved. Learn about the industry. See if it's what you really like. Because in this journey to find out who I want to be and where I want to go and what life I want to live, I've learned that it's enjoying the lifestyle of the thing that you're doing instead of just the title and the imagery. But I can tell you now, working as an EMT, a firefighter, a police officer, it's a lot different than it looks to the public when it comes to shift work, being only called and running towards problems and incidences and interactions that have conflict, and when to solve them. It takes a special individual. So I salute everyone out there doing it. It's not as glamorous as everyone thinks. It's very much a thankless job. But if those are the things you love doing, you're going to wake up every day and look forward to going to work. It's the same thing I suggest to you. Think about those things that excite you. What activities could you do every day? And ask yourself that really important question. If money was no factor, what would I get up and do for free every day? What would I get up and do for free? If you find the answer to that, more than likely, it's going to lead you to a place where you can do it to support yourself and make money. But it all starts with just discovering who you are and where you want to be. Then the road to get there is just the beginning. So, sit back, reflect on that. If you understand who you are, who you want to be, and you're on your way there, that's beautiful. Let's keep moving. But if you don't, you're still looking, still discovering, still trying to find it, that's okay. It means we got work to do. So, I want to wish you all a blessed, beautiful, and wonderful day. And as always, it's nothing but love. Peace.